As mentioned in the last video, the top for the carburettor still hasn't appeared anywhere on the internet or available in any way that I can find anyway. So as you saw there, a little drawing made up of my representation of the carburettor top. It can't be exactly the same as the original because the original is a little die casting and there are certain things that just too difficult to be bothered with. So here you can see me turning a piece of aluminium down to size. The first operation, shall we call it, is to make up the spigot that the screw top locates on. Again, working to the drawing there, bringing it down to size but using the original parts as a fit, because sometimes they can get distorted. You might measure them across the small side instead of the long side. So as a rule, if you can, you work to a fit rather than a dimension. You have to allow for the extra little spigot for the cable adjuster, so you turn it down to the depth of both of those, and as you can see here, the cap fits rather nicely. I was very lucky to get it so close. The major diameter then, this is where it sits in the top of the carb and it's pinched against the body of the carburettor. Again, straightforward turning, working to the dimensions where necessary, and then it final fit with the actual unit. In this case it was a little bit tight, so just a feather cut to take off the excess. Now we turn our attention to the cable spigot, shall we call it. Here's a little trick. Place a piece of flat steel against the outer diameter and use a transfer punch the diameter of the spigot you wish to create. This will give you a centre mark to line up on your lathe. As you can see here, it helps if you have a hammer. There you go. That's a repeat. Doesn't hurt to see it twice. And then once you have that initial mark, reinforce it with an ordinary centre punch. As you can see, I'm trying to be very careful here so that I get the centre punch right in the original mark. You can just see there the offset punch mark, the right distance from the outer edge. Then you set it up in the lathe so that this centre punch runs concentric to the lathe centre line. It doesn't have to be super accurate, so I'm just using a centre drill and fiddling with the piece until it rotates around the point of the centre drill. It doesn't wobble too much. Can take a bit of time because there's quite a bit of offset on this particular piece, but you just keep working at it until you can get that centre dot spinning concentrically. You'll know instantly once you turn the lathe on. You'll see it wobble in an orbit, or it will sit still even though the piece is wobbling like mad. So if you can achieve the dots sitting still but the outside spinning off centre, you know everything's well. Once happy, turn the spigot to the required depth. Again, working to your drawing, but keeping in mind that you can change it if it doesn't look right. Again, once you get that down to its correct diameter, face off the front. Light cuts are best here because it's an interrupted cut, so don't overdo it, otherwise your tool will jump, or worse still, the work will move in the chuck. Again, be patient. A lot of this engineering stuff is patience. Then it's a simple case of centre drilling and drilling a tapping hole for the cable adjuster. I'm going to go with a 5mm adjuster. Obviously different carbs and different cables require different adjusters, but on a small little bike like this the throttle cable isn't that heavy and 5mm should be plenty. Remember to go deep enough that when you pile it off you don't leave a blind hole. That can be most annoying. And here again I'm cheating. I've put the tap in the chuck, tailstock chuck. It's not tight on the taper now. This way you can hold it with your hand and use your hand as a friction clutch, but you gently feed it in using the tailstock to hold alignment, and then if you feel any pressure coming on the tap, let it slip in your hand. In this case no problem, just let it bottom out, and it takes practice, but it is a useful skill. Then once you've got all that sorted, centre it up again so that the whole body spins true, and you can see the offset on the spigot there, and part off to the correct depth. I think it was 3mm in this particular case. Here I'm just taking off the edges and the corners with a file, and we end up with a little piece like this. Then it's put it all together and make sure everything's okay. There should be a register that fits in a little slot in the top of the carburettor. On a small carb like this, pinching it up tight enough is plenty. You don't need to put the pin, in my opinion, but maybe on a bigger carb where it could change or rattle, it would be a simple case of drilling a hole, putting in a pin and then filing it until it reaches the dimensions of the slot. Now the adjuster, piece of hexagon brass turned down to 5mm and threaded. Then a hole drilled down the centre of it for the cable. I might have done this before the threading, I'm not sure. There's no real order to it. This is a 2mm drill. Then cut the piece off. Reverse it in the chuck and drill out for the cable ferrule, in this case 5.5, being careful not to go too far and drill into the thin section. there we have it, all screwed into place, ready to go. It'll keep him going until the right one turns up if he needs it. Last job, make up the throttle cable. Get the outer, cut it to length. Fit the ferrules. Two ways of putting them on. Well, actually three. You could leave it loose, crimp it on, or what I tend to do is just put a little dab of super glue in the ferrule just before you put it on, and then put the cable into place. The inner cable, I actually use a gear cable off of a push bike for the derailleur type gears. They have a little pip on the end that's absolutely perfect for most carburettors. Feed it through the outer, put it in the actual carburettor slide, and put the whole thing together. I'm actually just slipping on a cable tie here to hold everything in place. Bring it up to the handlebars and measure off the inner against the throttle to the correct length. Solder on the end and put the throttle into position. And once you've got it screwed into place, check it for operation. Everything's returning properly, everything's nice, so it should be good. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.